I think staying connected is really important because you have to understand what's going on in the world. If you're not online, how could you know that?
I'd like to think that I'm changing the world, and I want to change the world. We were born after 1995, and today we're coming into our own as individuals.
I'm 17, and I'm a high school senior who's also the editor-in-chief of Crybaby Zine. I would say I'm an artist if someone would ask me, because I don't just take photos and I don't just write or draw. Like, I try to do it all.
I work with the organization Integrate New York City for Me and New York Appleseed. Those are organizations that work towards combating school segregation.
I'm Vivian. I'm a 19-year-old sophomore at Columbia University studying mechanical engineering and computer science. I do a lot of hackathon programming and building stuff in my free time. I like to consider myself a maker. I do hope to consider myself an influencer. As of now, I think I help people pass that barrier to entry.
Hello, my name is Zachary Maxwell and I'm a documentary filmmaker.
So we have a production company, obviously. It's called Maxwell Project LLC.
What if your whole movie could look, sound, and feel like a big screen Hollywood blockbuster?
We've always just kind of done things by ourselves.
Digital is our native language.
If we didn't have the internet right now, I have no idea what I'd be doing.
So social media is the easiest access to news for me.
I use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
We will not sit back and let people in office dictate what affects us.
These platforms reach people, and if it wasn't for these platforms, I wouldn't know half the people I know now.
The last thing I uploaded on social media would probably be me changing my profile picture to advertise for a hackathon. Because Facebook algorithms make sure that more people see those changes, so it's a good way to get lots of people seeing like this event is happening.
Forget desktops, we're mobile first.
I can do my work and like manage my business on my phone.
But when I'm in school, I do get phone calls, messages, and emails, and usually they're very time sensitive because of the activism world.
I'm pretty active on social media when it comes to my business account, to keep all, my followers updated.
We create content, remix culture, and question established narratives.
In the early 2000s, you saw many R&B stars wearing cornrows. Alicia Keys.
There are enough outlets for teens to be creative. I think like Crybaby's a great one, and I have friends who have started their own publications, and things like School of Doodle, and then Rookie's a great publication. Like, there's just so many now.
Obsessive!
OBSESS. I actually just launched a student coalition that will try to mobilize students to get them to be the impact of, the social issues that's happening today.
I've never really felt the need to ask for others' permission to make a film that I felt was important.
I thought I'd use a few small HD cameras that I could easily fit into my pocket.
I think filmmaking is a lot easier to do today because it's way more easier to make a film and get creative and just find a story and bam, you have your camera ready to go on your phone.
That's basically what I do the entire event process for, because it makes me feel so happy when people are going up there and they literally say, I've never touched programming in my life, but a friend dragged me here and I went to a workshop and here's a game I made.
As a teenager in this generation, we get to really prove to one another that we can make a difference.
Disruption and economic change are normal for us. We're adapting by starting our own businesses and promoting ourselves as brands.
In my hand, this Just Water bottle that is sitting in front of you on the table is 82% made out of renewable resources because of the plant-based plastic in the cap.
So if I have a free weekend and I feel like I want to build something, I'll just go to a hackathon.
I wanted a space where my work could always be published. I think it's really cool that kids and myself specifically can jumpstart their careers, and it's something very unique to my generation.
I will celebrate difference in myself and others.
We create content, remix culture, and question established narratives.
Percocet. Hey bro, can you touch it up for me? Yeah.
I've established a platform for myself that people listen. It is an asset right now to be a young person Because honestly, it's an interesting story for a 17-year-old to do activism.
If I spotted a problem in my community, I'd like to make a film about it to try and make change.
We're up to date with politics, and even though some of us are too young to vote, we're debating the issues online and using our dollars to make a change. I value brands with ethics.
There's tons of companies that are really welcoming to women and really good about diversity, but it has to be a group effort for it to actually work.
I like buying stuff where I know the creator. I have friends who make t-shirts or friends who make jewelry, and like wearing that stuff is way more exciting and way more fun for me than wearing stuff made by big brands just because I know who made it.
A lot of emphasis with Gen Z is in the now. What you can do in the now, what you can learn in the now, what you can access in the now. And I think it allows Gen Z to be more ambitious, and they can do that all mostly on their own because of the internet.
I want to become a huge brand and a huge company.
I'm pretty optimistic.